Hi, my name is Ashley and welcome back to our channel. So I will be running a half marathon in October and I wanted to document my training process just because I like watching these videos and I thought it would be nice to have these videos for myself in the future. So this is going to be week 17 of my half marathon training, which is crazy because in a week I will be running a half marathon. It's just crazy that I'm almost done training for my first half marathon. It's crazy. But if you want to see week 17 of my half marathon training, then just keep watching this video. So today's week 17, day 1, and I'm getting kind of nervous because honestly, like the last couple of weeks, I haven't been doing very good running wise, and now my half marathon is like literally pretty much here, so I'm kind of nervous. But today I'm gonna go run either 6 or 8 miles today on the treadmill. I don't know, I'm just nervous though because like I've never ran like the half marathon distance, like the 13.1. I've never ran that. The furthest I've ever ran is 10 miles. So really, I know I can run 10 miles and I know I can run a 5K. That's just pretty much what it is. But I'm getting a little bit nervous, so. But yeah, my half marathon is coming up. So I'm gonna go to the gym and I think honestly though, I'm leaning more towards 8 miles today. Okay, so I am done with my run and I did end up doing 8 miles today, and my plan was to run the first 6 miles without stopping, which I got majority of those 6 miles done, but when I got to 5.38 I accidentally hit the safety key and the treadmill stopped. So I ran those 5.38 miles in about 58 minutes and 20-ish seconds. So that's about a 10:51 minute pace. After I got the treadmill going again, I ran and walked the rest of the 2.62 miles that I had left. So I did those 2.62 miles in 39 minutes and 28 seconds. So it's not 100%, but because I hit the safety key thing, I wasn't really sure exactly when I hit the safety key and the treadmill stopped, but it was about 58 minutes and 20-ish seconds. So the total time I did for my 8-mile run today was 1 hour and 37 minutes and 48 seconds, roughly. But yeah, overall my run did feel pretty good today. And then after my run, I biked 2 miles. So that is it for week 17, day 1. Okay, so today's week 17, day 2. I'm gonna go do 5 miles on the treadmill, but I did notice yesterday after my run when I went to go take a shower and I took my socks off, 2 of my toenails, 2 of my toenails had like little blisters developing under the toenail and were bruised. So we're gonna see how they are after my run. They seem to be doing a little bit better today, but I don't know if running today will make them worse again. But I'm gonna wear a different pair of shoes today, so I'm gonna see how my toenails are after this run, which I've done a little bit of research, and I know a lot of people say that they lose toenails during like half marathon and marathon training, but apparently it's not supposed to be a normal thing. And it is like a common thing to happen to you. Apparently it's like your shoes don't fit properly and you need to buy a new pair of shoes. So so we're gonna see if this other pair of shoes I wear, if it makes them worse today, or if they stay the same, and then we'll just transition to the other pair of shoes I have. But yeah, we'll see how my toenails are doing after my run. Okay, so I just got back from my run. I did 5 miles today, and I ran the first 5K straight in 33 minutes and 33 seconds. So that's about a 10:49 minute pace.
11-minute pace.
Thank you. Sean said 11-minute pace. According to the Nike app, it was a 10:49 pace.
Well, 33 minutes and 3 miles. 3 divided by 33 comes out to be 11.
5K.
I go 3.14.
Yeah. And then I walked the rest of the 5 miles. And my legs felt a little bit heavy during my run, but other than that, it felt like a good run. I was feeling it wasn't really pain, I could just feel something going on in my toes. So I'm gonna look right now and see what the damage is. I'm kind of nervous. The left one doesn't look too bad, but it wasn't really the left one I was feeling, it was more of the right one. Oh, they're really not that bad at all. They're definitely still bruised, but I think more of what I was feeling is like there's a blister under the nail. So I think I was feeling that more. Yep, toes are still bruised, but it doesn't look like more damage. Okay, so today is week 17, day 3, and I'm gonna go to the gym, and honestly, I'm kind of wondering if I should take the day off to let my toes like rest, because they definitely are still bruised. Like the one on my left toe looks worse than the one on my right. The one on the right has like a blister underneath the toenail, and then the left one is like super bruised. So I'm kind of wondering if I should like just rest today, but like still go to the gym and like bike, or like actually go run. I think I might go to the gym and try running, and if like I can feel pain in my toes, then I'll just stop running and just bike. So I think I might do that, because like my half marathon is next week, and I don't want to have issues with my toes right before the half marathon, so I think I'm gonna do that. Go run if it hurts and I'm feeling it, then I'll just bike. Okay, so I ended up deciding not to run today just because I do kind of want to give my toes a little bit of a rest because they are bruised. So I just did the bike today. So I biked 10 miles today and biked the 10 miles in 53 minutes and 4 seconds. So that was week 17, day 3. So today is week 17, day 4 of my half marathon training. It's literally just so crazy that I am almost done training for my first half marathon. Today I'm gonna run either 6 or 8 miles. I'm not 100% sure yet what I wanna do. But yeah, I'm gonna go start my run. Okay, so this is a terrible angle, but I just did the 5 miles at goal pace and I'm dying. Holy crap, I'm literally dying. But I averaged like a 10:25 minute pace. Holy crap. I'm literally dying. Okay, so I just got done with my run and I ended up doing 8 miles on the treadmill today. So I did a 1.5 mile warm up, which I just walked. And I walked it in 25 minutes and 24 seconds. So that's about a 16:56-ish minute pace. And then I ran 5 miles at goal pace, which the first mile I ran in 10:51. The second mile I ran in 10:37. The third mile I ran in 10:26. The fourth mile I ran in 10:15. And the fifth mile I ran in 9:56. So that was a total of 52 minutes and 6 seconds. So that's about a 10:25 minute pace. And honestly, the first like 3 miles felt really good. And then the last 2 miles, like they still felt good, but they just didn't feel as good as the first 3 miles. And then I did a 1.5 mile cool down, which I just walked in 28 minutes and 53 seconds. And that's about a 19:15 minute pace. But overall, it felt like a very good run, and I wasn't feeling anything on my toes that are like bruised and look like they're gonna fall off. But I'm gonna look right now and see how they held up, because like I said, I wasn't feeling anything and like they don't hurt. So I'm gonna look right now and see how they're doing. They don't look any worse than they did before I started running today, so that's good. But yeah, I did those 8 miles today in 1 hour and 46 minutes and 23 seconds. So that was it for week 17, day 4. Week 17, day 5 was a rest day. Week 17, day 6 was also a rest day. Okay, so today's week 17, day 7, and I'm about to go run, and I think I'm going to run 5 or 6 miles today. I am starting to get a little bit nervous that like my half marathon is next weekend. I'm also super excited. I'm hoping that my toenails don't fall off before then. I mean, I feel like they're getting better, but like, I don't know. I don't want them to like fall off the day before. I don't care if they fall off like while I'm running. I just want them to at least stay on until like the day of. But yeah, I'm gonna go get this run started. So I ended up not doing 5 or 6 miles. I ended up only doing 3 miles, and I did a little bit of a run and walk today, and I started feeling some like pain in my right hip, and I didn't want to keep running today and pushing it because my half marathon is next week and I don't really want to get injured right before it. So I just did 3 miles today and called it good. But yeah, I did those 3 miles in 41 minutes and 46 seconds. So yeah, that's it for today. I just wanted to do a little week 17 half marathon training recap. So week 17, day 1, I did 8 miles on the treadmill, and I ran the first 5.38 miles straight without stopping. And then I ended up hitting the safety key, and so the treadmill stopped, which I was really bummed about because I wanted to run 6 miles straight without stopping. But that didn't happen. So I was a little bummed about that. but this treadmill stopped at about 58 minutes and 20-ish seconds from what I remember before it stopped. So that's about a 10:51-ish minute pace. And then once I got the treadmill started again, I pretty much just ran and walked. After I hit the safety key, I did the 2.62 miles that I had left in 39 minutes and 28 seconds. But overall, it felt like a pretty good run. And then I biked 2 miles on the bike, and I did those 8 miles in an hour and 37 minutes and 48 seconds. But I will say that after I got back from my run and I took my socks off to take a shower, 2 of my toes, there was blisters underneath the toenails that were bruising my toenails. And like, it's a toe that I wouldn't even like think would get bruised. It's like my second toe from my big toe on both feet are bruised. Yeah, and I don't know, I thought it was just kind of weird that it didn't happen until literally the week before my half marathon. But yeah. Day 2, I did 5 miles on the treadmill, and I ran the first 5K, so the first 3.1 miles in 33 minutes and 33 seconds, so that's about a 10:49 minute pace, and I walked and ran the rest of the 1.9 miles that I had. And overall that day my legs did feel really heavy, but it did still feel like a good run. And I did those 5 miles in an hour and 3 minutes and 17 seconds. And while I was running, I did feel like a little bit of, like, it wasn't even pain. It was just more of like discomfort in my toes that were bruised. But after I got done running, I looked at them and it didn't look like there was any more bruising from before the run. So day 3, I decided not to run that day just because I kind of wanted to give my toes a little, that's so weird, but I just wanted to give my toes a little bit of a rest just because I wanted to. So I decided to do the bike instead. So I biked 10 miles to just give my toes rest, and I biked those 10 miles in 53 minutes and 4 seconds. Day 4, I did 8 miles on the treadmill. I did a 1.5 mile warm-up that I just walked in 25 minutes and 24 seconds, so that's a 16:56 minute pace. And then I ran 5 miles at goal pace. So mile 1, I ran in 10:51. Mile 2, I ran in 10:37. Mile 3, I ran in 10:26. Mile 4, I ran in 10:15. And mile 5, I ran in 9:56. So I ran those 5 miles in 52 minutes and 6 seconds. So that's a 10:25 minute pace. The first 3 miles felt really good. The last 3 miles still felt good, but didn't feel as good as the first 3. And I am so proud of myself because that last mile, I wanted to slow down so badly. Like, I was going to slow down because I was running it on the treadmill. I was going to slow down to 5:06. But I was like, let me just get to 4.5. And then I was like, well, I'm already like literally almost done. Let me just stay, like, instead of going down, I just kept it higher. But I'm so proud of myself because definitely that last mile was super hard to keep the motivation to keep running at that pace. So I'm super proud of myself. And then I did a 1.5 mile cool down, which I just walked, and I walked it in 28 minutes and 53 seconds. So that's about 19:15 minute pace. And overall, it felt like a pretty good run. And I did those 8 miles in an hour and 46 minutes and 23 seconds. And I didn't feel anything on my bruised toes during my run, which was good. And it didn't look like there was more bruising to my toes after I was done running. Day 5 was a rest day. Day 6 was a rest day. And day 7, I went in with the intention of running 5 or 6 miles, which didn't end up happening. So I ended up only running 3 miles on the treadmill. And honestly, it was like a run and a walk. And I started feeling some pain in my right hip. And because my half marathon is next week, I didn't want to push it and get injured. So I just stopped. I did those 3 miles in 41 minutes and 46 seconds. And my week 17 weekly mileage total was 24 miles. And overall, the runs felt pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the runs. And it's also the first week that I've ever had black toenails from running. But the shoes that I wore this week were these. These are the Nike React Infinity 3s, and these ones are the Nike Pegasus Turbos. So that is going to be it for week 17 of my half marathon training. If you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you guys want to see my last week of my half marathon training and how I end up doing on my half marathon and future training videos, then go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Yeah, that's going to be it for this video. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.